Yo guys, what is up? It is your boy Sarfnic here. Welcome back to another stream of Harth SMP. I don't know why I said that way. Don't ask me now. For now, I'm going to sleep so I can actually get good phantoms off me. Get out of here, buddy. You're done. You're gone. So, yeah, I decided I would stream Minecraft. I was thinking of doing the other world I have, the, like, single-player world, but honestly, I don't feel like mentally I can do that today, so that will be done a different day, don't worry. And if you're asking why, it's because I have to tell the story of a couple of last summer, and I don't want to do that when I'm already tired. I had work today. Today was my last day of the first week, and it was so fun. Honestly, I love my job so much, and this whole week was so fun, dude. It was great. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I feel like I'm doing it for a dramatic effect. I have this girl who, only yesterday, just has become so attached to me. Like, so attached. And we watched The Incredibles today, and this girl was, like, sitting next to me, trying to, like, sleep on top of me. I was like, bro, you can't do that. But either way, I think it's cute. Very nice kid. Very happy that I got to meet this kid. And it was a pretty fun day. I don't know what else to say other than that. But anyways, I'm going to work on the water park today. Maybe talk more about it. Or maybe not. We'll see. Put those away for stacking efficiency. I think I need more dye. Like white dye. Yeah, because then I can make gray dye. Light gray dye, at least. And the ratio is 2 to 1. Of course, I have a ton of ink sacks that I actually AFK'd that place like a month ago. And I got a ton. But I'm gonna need more. So, what else does a man do? He needs more. Go out on an adventure to do that. To get more. Sorry, I saw there's coal in here. There we go. So, yeah, let me see what I can find in terms of white dye. Or I could just get flowers that are light gray dye, which is close enough. Well, I need more. How am I already low on fireworks? I just refilled recently. Like, actually, like a couple days ago. In terms of, like, me playing a couple days ago. I must have put it away in a chest or something. There's no way I'm already this low. But anyways, here, headed over here. What else? What more can I say? But yeah, it was a really fun week. I got to do so many cool things. My group of kids are actually a pretty solid kid group. Like I can't speak today. I told you I'm tired. I definitely can't tell a story. I need water, even though I just drank like a minute ago. So anyways, as I was kind of trying to say, it was a pretty fun day. My group of kids, they're pretty dope. They're actually not like super bad compared to last year, dude. Oh my god, it's so much fucking issues with these fucking kids getting on my nerves. There are some kids who are a bit mean, but they're in the other pod. So like one of them was trying to call me like I forget what it was. It was a very weird term, like a bunch of words that I don't get. Like what was one of the words? I don't know. If I had like done this like 2 hours ago, I probably remember. But now I don't. Weird stuff. This mean girl who was also there last year, but she's like younger. Kind of. I think the point with these kids is they're like comically, what's it called? They're so corny. It's actually kind of funny with some of these kids who are just mean. Like they're trying to call me like poo poo head. I'm like, bruh, like this is the corniest shit you can think of. Sorry, someone came in to get me something. Give me something. But, yeah, what was I saying? Like, it's so corny, dude. But it's so fun. It's like every day I'm out, like, during at the recess period, and there's always, like, some kids trying to chase me or just do something chaotic. It's so fun. I'm gonna miss this job when it's done for me, which is gonna be done kind of soon, actually. Do I have it mixed up, or is this... Okay, that's how you get 3. Duration 3. But yeah, I'm gonna miss this job when it's done. I'm gonna miss it. I know I am. Alright, whatever. Smack the extra one in there. And this paper is extra paper, which can be restored to these chests here. And there we go, we got like a million stacks of fireworks. Yeah, it's a fun job. So, I've got 7, like basically 6. There was in 6 weeks. How do I explain this? In 7 weeks, the job will be done. There you go. Which I'm not looking forward to, but either way, it's something I'm gonna have to cope with. Alright, now that we have these, we can start. I know I just closed this thing, but actually, I want to check if there's white dye. Let's do this. Bones are a really good source of white dye. Other than that, I could get gray dye the hard way by just finding flowers. But okay, I can work with some of this. But I could also get some flowers too. So why don't we fly off into the wild? It's cool thing about duration 3, you still have enough to go high even if you do something like that. But anyways, yeah, it's a really fun job. I'm enjoying it. Could make a white shulker box. Yeah, what would be the point? Just be wasting white dye. Am I gonna stream the reaction live series? I might. I'm definitely gonna do the first one. It's up Inferno, by the way. You're up late. It's like 6 p.m. for me. But yeah, I am gonna stream at least the first episode's reactions. This time I'll actually be able to watch it as it's coming out, which is nice because last time I was kind of late to it, because I was kind of slow watching the original episodes. I'm excited. It's happening in July, probably like in the middle or something. And it'll be weekly for probably about 8 weeks. And if I'm enjoying it, I'll do it for sure. If I'm not enjoying it, maybe then I won't. But yeah, you'll hear more about my job if I ever tell the story over a bunch of Minecraft streams over like the larger part of a year. Ooh, this was actually my sand, I believe. I believe I was here, and I don't know why I collected it actually. I think I did wipe this area of a lot of its gray flowers, so you're probably not gonna find it. I'm probably not gonna find anything here. Oh, that's a fucking fire over there. Been out here before. My map got reset a bit in January, but like, I think I've been out here more than once. I think I passed by here before to go on the trip to the cherry biome once. A lot of arrows. Phew. Oh, here we go. I'm just gonna be turning these straight to gray. Yeah, having an inventory issue as expected. How much you stack? Oh, 2. I made some duration 2. I'm dumb. You're going to bed. It's fine. I'll see you later. Okay? Have a good one. But yeah, the thing I've loved about being a camp counselor is always the kids like me. Like, they always like me. Well, I've had, like, 1 or 2 where, like, but, like, that's been very rare. And I think my first year I had, like, a girl who was, like, really affectionate towards me. Like, just for no reason, too. I was like, why do you like me so much? She's like, I don't know. Just do. Because I've really enjoyed the job. I think that, like, it is a fantastic job. It is a great job, guys. And, like, what's also good is I've gotten to know, like, a group of kids who just keep coming back. And it's like, I feel more involved in the community, too. And, like, all that, like combined, like, yeah, I love this job. This job is great. Like, so it's led to me, like, signing up for 4 years rather than, like, I probably should have realistically only done 2 years. But I did 4 years, and this 4th year has been going good so far. I do not regret doing it at all. Like, I am enjoying it thoroughly. I already had, like, a kid tell me today who's not even in my group. It's like, oh yeah, you're my favorite counselor. It's like, thanks. That's what makes me feel good. That's why I do this. So yeah, it's a great job that I can't let go of. Also, it's very convenient for me. Like, I was thinking if they had sent me to a different location, I probably wouldn't have done it for more than 1 or 2 years. but because it's like right by my house, it's like so nice, you know? It is so nice. A 5-minute walk. It's like I get to relax. No, I get to relax, but like I'm not like high stress, you know? It's not a drag to get out there. Like my job I worked in summer 2021, which I really actually quit after 3 weeks, even though I could have worked longer. It was mainly because my dad wanted me to go on vacation, and then I was like, yeah, I probably should quit this job. It was like a good 15-minute drive away. So 15-minute drive versus 5-minute walk. And really, it could be 4 minutes if I go fast. So, like, it's amazing. Ooh, it actually gets me shy here. But anyways, as I've been saying, I am going to be working on the waterpark more. Like, you know what I mean? British, gotta do British style. But yeah, today was fun. And we usually go to the beach on Fridays, but we couldn't because it was raining. So they did 2 movies. They did The Princess and the Frog in one room, and then The Incredibles in the other. And actually, funny enough, at the same job 2 years ago, we watched The Incredibles, so I didn't want to watch it. But the kids in The Princess and the Frog room were literally not into the fucking movie. Like, they were, like, drawing and talking, so I was like, I'm out of here. But also, there's this girl who's, like, really attached to me, right? And I don't know, like, she's a new kid in a different group. There's 5 groups this year, which is actually kind of crazy. 5-minute walk is nothing, right? Dude, and plus, it's also a struggle to find jobs. Like, my brother hasn't found a good job. He's doing like, it's kind of like, he got kind of, what's the word? I literally was thinking about this word the other day, and I could remember it instantly, but now I'm on the stream. Oh, nepo. It's literally nepotism. My dad's friend got him a job. And so, like, also, like, my dad's, like, always super serious, but, like, oh, you have to get a job every summer. And, like, some other parents. Like, I have some college friends who legit have not worked, you know, any of the summers, and their parents just don't give a shit. So I was also like, okay, I'd rather take the guaranteed job than have to search for, like, a while, because the job market is so fucked for college students these days. It is insane. They're just not hiring young people, because it's too risky. It sucks. Anyways, I could grab more, but it's night. And I already have a ton. I'll kind of start heading back. I could get a music disc from baiting some of the skeletons there. I'm going to kill one creeper. Because I feel like one creeper being alive. They actually might die of fire damage. Hold on. Well, I didn't crit, so. Okay, since I didn't crit, it didn't die. This stupid fucking zombie. Okay, now it's already been ruined. And now you don't see me, apparently. How do you not see me? Okay, apparently you're too fucking far away, whatever. The problem is skeletons like to back up when they're shooting you. Okay, this will be fine, probably, maybe. Okay, yeah, you see, right when the creeper's close enough to me, this fucker is running away for some reason. Why are you running away? Like, you're not even, there's no fucking dogs around here. God. Oh, man. Okay, what actually is this? Why is this fucking skeleton actual garbage, bro? Alright, now he got himself in a fucking duel, dude. Die. I don't know, dude. All that for a disc, I fucking bet you I already have. That's crazy. Alright. Well, we're flying back. I'm pretty sure I have them all. Anyways, sounds like I'm in a bad mood. Maybe I am. I'm just tired. But it was a really fun day despite that. And so I'm with this girl, and I'm like, okay, I want to watch a bit of The Princess and the Frog. So I left, and this girl's like, you better, like, she looks so mad. And I don't want to let this kid down, so I'm like, fine, you know, I'll be back soon. But I want to watch a bit of The Princess and the Frog. Then I came back and sat next to this kid practically the whole time. And she's trying to, like, you know, like, she wanted to sit in my lap, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that. But, like, what compromise I came up with is she had a towel, because we didn't go to the beach. And a lot of kids were, like, laying on their towels. I was like, okay, I'll put the towel over my knee, and then you can like, watch it with me. Like, you can lay on the towel, and that's fine. Why the fuck is this dog barking? I swear to God, dude. The dog that is our next door dog is actually, like, a retarded dog, in my opinion. Like, how much it barks, it's crazy. It's just a dog. Like, there are smart dogs, like, who are good dogs, and there's just dumb dogs, and this dog is a dumb dog. Anyways, I'm just, yeah, like, angry, rambling now, so I need to stop. Okay, let's make some concrete. Oop. Clutch up. I didn't have my water. I didn't know what freaking hotbar was, and I looked, did it, and clutched. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it's been fun. Today was fun. Today was fun. I don't know what else I'm trying to say right now. So, oh, why I'm whispering. I still don't know why I'm whispering. I have so much on me now. It's a problem. Let's put you in the ender chest. Then let's make some, and this will make 2 stacks probably, of a light gray concrete powder. But it was a super dope day. We watched the entire movie, and trust me, it's a pretty long movie. Kids' attention spans were kind of faltering on that one. And that was it. Then we left. It was raining today, so when it rains, we don't go to the beaches. So it's a bit sad, but I think 2 years ago, the first week, we also didn't go to the beach, so it's not like an abnormal thing to me. I'm excited for what happens next week, though. Because I think some older kids will be returning next week, so I'm excited to see some of them. Didn't say all of them. But yeah, it's a great job. I don't know how I'm going to handle it when it's over. Let's be honest, I don't know how I'm going to handle it. But I think I need to accept it, because like, I've worked sledding for 4 years, and while it's something that's like super fun and really nice, it's like, eventually, if I did it forever, it wouldn't be fun. Some of the best things in life have got to be temporary, is an opinion I actually have. So I think there's some light gray concrete in there, so I want to pick it up. Or powder or something. Some of the best things in life are temporary. And I think it will forever be something I look fondly upon in my mind. So, and it's best to let it stay that way. So yeah, that's all. I'm excited for it. And I'll probably talk more about it as I go. There's some pretty fun kids this week. There was this girl I didn't expect to return who is part of like the purple 1 week group. And she's like, I met her last year. I thought she was super, like, have you ever met like a kid who's like, for some reason, like years ahead in terms of like their knowledge of like pop culture? This girl is one of those kids, dude. And I liked her last year just because I thought she was kind of funny. Plus she was like, quote unquote, this is kind of a little weird, but she was like the boyfriend, apparently. Or, sorry, the girlfriend, what the fuck am I saying? Of this kid I knew who I really liked, who actually isn't back this year, which kind of bummed me out. Who I had for 2 years in my group. And so, like, because I would, like, make fun of him a little bit. Like, that's your girlfriend? And apparently it was a thing. But, you know, a year later, she's here and the other kid's not. I'm like, how are you guys still friends? And she's like, not really. I'm like, damn. Feel bad for my boy. Left an ender chest here, of course. Or someone left an ender chest here. I think actually it wasn't me. I mean, I'll take the ender chest, I guess. Because I already have an ender chest over there. It's not supposed to be there. Okay, so we made a ton of gray concrete. So we're going to start placing it down. And the girl, she also goes to, or she's going to my favorite overnight camp, which I fucking loved when I was a kid. And so she's not going to be here next week, but she's going to be back, like, for, like, weeks 3 and 4. I'm like, I'm so jealous, dude. Oh, my God. You know. But, anyways, time to keep building this. I feel like recently the progress has just been me farming light gray concrete slowly, while I should probably just, like, farm, like, a quadrillion at once. So I don't have to farm it anymore, but I'm lazy. So I don't know what to say. But other than that, like, it's hard to believe that the job is only a week in, because it feels like I've been working the job for quite a while now. Like, all the new kids, especially the new kids in my group, I know them pretty well. Even though it's been 5 days. Like, in my group, I have, like, 3 new kids, although one of them wasn't here for most of yesterday and wasn't here today, so I feel like I kind of know them less now. But these 2 girls, so like, fucking grew. And one of them has, like, a pink llama, who she's using as our, like, mascot. And she's kind of fun. She even let me keep the the llama. I mean, I didn't hold on to it. I just left it at the camp. But she didn't bring it home, which is interesting. But it's safe there, unless some robber somehow breaks in. I don't know. But yeah, this week was like our superhero week. I'll be honest with you, honestly, like some of the costumes are kind of lackluster, low key. Like, me insulting children. Let's go. Like I just didn't think a lot of them were that good compared to some of the older years. Like, I think my first year, which by the way was 3 years ago. Like I think the day I started the job for the first time ever was exactly 3 years ago today. It was like June 13th, 2022, which is crazy. But I remember like some of the kids had such good costumes for superhero. And even last year, I think they were more memorable. I feel like this year is like, eh. There's just some kids with capes, that's it. Maybe it's because our camp director isn't the same person who had done it for the previous 3 years. So, because of that, like, they're not as much of a, they're not a theater person. Our old camp director was such a theater person. Oh my god. She would dress up for everything. Like, and have, like, the perfect fucking attire for everything. Like, I think last year she was Poison Ivy for Supervillain Week, which I thought was sick as hell. Like, honestly, great costume. And this year, our camp director is just like, she's more of like an organized camp director than like I'm a drama, like, major, you know? Theater major. Anyways, I'm just yapping about my job, which I probably actually shouldn't do. Could get fired if someone saw this. Anyway, whatever. I don't really care. I don't give away names. That's all that's important. I also don't give away locations either. But what else happened recently that I should talk about? Better talk about it now than like in a year when I'll probably get to telling the story and then like I'll have like, oh, I don't remember this detail. My group is pretty good. Like I only had 10, but no, I think I had 10 kids this week. And one of them was gone for the past, a different one was gone for the past 2 days too, that I can try and mention. So I really only had 8 kids. 8 weeks, I almost said 8 kids these past like 2 days. Which is so simple, because they actually took away my co-counselor. Oh yeah, there's a new counselor coming next week who might be working on me, which is kind of crazy. They had like the floater counselor just goes between groups, work with me, as a result of the fact that one of the counselors is gone this week. And she's coming back next week. So I might have like this random girl counselor with me who I do not know. Which, you're like, oh my gosh, probably exciting. Sarfnic talking to another woman. Oh my gosh, insane. I don't know, we'll see. I also might have a new kid next week who... Actually might, because like the kid it was said the kid wouldn't show up this week. But I've had in the past like kids just don't show up. Like for the entire session. It's like, cool, you paid for it and you didn't show up ever. Nice. I think 2 years ago I had that. Which I thought was just kind of funny. Like, okay. There's like a girl, I'm like, and I remember my boss kept, or my camp director kept asking me, is this kid ever going to show up? I'm like, how am I supposed to know? It's already 7, Jesus Christ. You know, I'm going to Brook World tomorrow, and I know there's a Ninjago panel, and I want to go to it, but I don't know if they'll give me access because I don't have the full weekend pass, unlike last year. Last year I did go to a Lego panel, like a YouTuber panel. This year, I don't know if they'll let me in. Plus it's at 11, and I think like, I don't know if I'll be able to get there by 11. I don't know, but I'll be there. If anyone wants to meet me, I'll try to go to the Ninjago panel, because like they're actually gonna have like fucking writers and shit there, and it'll be cool to actually be in the audience for like a panel. I mean, I don't know if I'd ask a question, but like I just to watch it would be cool, you know. But we'll see. Actually, no, we're not. This is only the one I got from the flowers, not the bone meal I have that I can convert. So actually, we're gonna be doing a lot of progress today because it's just gonna be like this, where it's like not all at once. Dun, 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 dun. I love Minecraft music. It's so fucking good. But another surprise about this year is there's not a lot of old kids. The oldest kid at the camp is the kid I was mentioning earlier who's like, what's it called? Like, what's the word? Cultured, I guess. And she's not even 11. She's like 10, turning 11 soon. Which I thought was crazy. And she's like the only kid at the camp who's entering 6th grade, which we usually have, like, my group is the oldest group, so we usually have, like, at least a couple, like, rising 6th graders, but not this first half of this year. Which I thought was, wow, like, really. That's like, insane, bruh. Insane, bruh. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just build up here. I wasn't gonna, but... I keep eyeing this. I just want to fucking do it. Oh, now I fucked it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, good. Those are actually in. I just came to a realization. This kid was telling me what school they went to, and I was like, I don't know what school. I've heard of it, but I don't know where it is. And I just figured out, like, in my mind, oh, I do know where that school is. But anyways, back to building. I feel like maybe it's better if I just focus on one side. So, like, I'm slowly rising the walls, and it's so annoying because every time I do this, I have to, like, build up. Versus what if I just did, like, one whole ceiling all the way up like this. Watch me cook, guys. Watch me cook. Ba-boop. Ba-bam. 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 Actually, smart placing the block so it takes less damage. Oh. Hold on. I for some reason actually didn't take any damage for that. I'm shocked. We're gonna need more dye anyways, so. More concrete powder to make more concrete dye, mate. Dye. It's not like a British dude trying to say die. Die, potato, die. I baked you a pie. Oh boy, what flavor? Yeah, I'm just yapping. I don't know what else to fucking say, bruh. I'm actually gonna use wind charges to get back up. I just realized, I'm like, how am I gonna ever get back up? How will I ever get back up? Well, I need to time it properly. I'm not timing properly. Okay. Wasted a couple, but whatever. I'm not good at wind charges, but I'm better than I was like a couple months ago. When I didn't really know how to boost with them at all. Or people would tell me how to do it, but like I need to like do it myself, and then I'll know the like exact button. You can't like jump and do it at the same time. You can't like hold space. It's kind of weird how I do it. Versus just like release space. But yeah. I'm trying to think of other stuff I could talk about. Oh, I did karaoke yesterday. Good job. A bunch of years ago, we used to do karaoke. My first year, we used to do it. And then we didn't until recently. We brought it back. And it's pretty fun. I did You Belong With Me. You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. Obviously, actually one of the only good Taylor Swift songs, in my opinion. Well, it's like, Taylor Swift is like, pop is a thing that's popping, obviously, recently. I say obviously a lot, I know. And, like, when I work with kids, they like it, so I like it. Like, I'd never heard of Pink Pony Club until this week, and I actually kind of like it now, for example. And I want to have the kids be entertained, so I kind of join in. Well, I actually think I need to place down some of the powder here, so. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something else, and I don't remember now what I was going to say. Oh yeah, it's also like my group has a couple of kids that like were in my group last year for the first session, but I didn't pay much attention to them. I think maybe because like I was in a group of 22 kids last year to begin off, and so like they were kind of with the one of the other counselors. Who I worked with like a 14-year-old last year, and so I didn't really pay much attention to them. But now they're all older and they also like talk to me more, so like I pay a lot more attention to them. Like there's this Asian girl who I didn't really talk too much. Makes me feel bad saying this, but it was true. But now I kind of talk to her a lot. Also because she has a lot of friends who are in the group too, that were in the group last year, so. Or that weren't like at the camp at all last year. But other than that, this is like a short one I know, but not in a stack. The counselor situation is like, there's a lot. Like, there's actually, like, think about counting the counselor that is missing, who's like, just wasn't here this week. There's a lot. There's like 2 more than last year. There's me. There's like 2 per pod, basically. Like our green, well, kind of. Our green pod actually has 1, technically. Green pod is 1, who's like a 15-year-old. He's pretty young. You could tell, even though he's tall, like, you know, he's been through puberty, all that. Like, I could tell when I met him, like, yeah, this guy's, like, not that old. But, like, he's super cool. I've talked to him, like, only, like, a handful of times, but, like, he's dope. I was talking to him today, actually. I do feel like when I work with guys, it's easier for me to talk to them. Then there's a couple girls, for example, and yes, I barely have spoken to them. Like, there's this new, actually I'm going through, so the green has 1 guy counselor, and then the green teacher is someone who was the green counselor last year. And she's only really a teacher now because the old teacher who worked as a green teacher for like my 2nd and 3rd year is gone due to like personal stuff. So, they're also there. Then there's the red pod, which is like the 2nd youngest, which has the kid that really likes me. And they have one of their counselors. They have one who's like this girl who I've actually spoken to the least out of every counselor. Like, I've barely spoken to this fucking girl, dude. And they might have another one, but I actually don't remember who it is. Off the top of my head. Don't know. Genuinely don't know. Then there's the blue group. They have this one, like, way older guy counselor, and I've talked to him a bit. He's actually pretty cool, in my opinion. He's a fun guy. And then they have this girl, I fucking Groot again, dude, I swear to God. With her, she only was allowed to work the first 2 days, and she'll be back probably this week. Due to some, in my opinion, retarded paperwork issue that they shouldn't. Like, it's one thing if, like, to say, oh, you can't work because, like, you fail or your drug test didn't go through. Which I think happened once to someone I knew. But it's another thing to be like, yeah, so you did the tax form wrong, so yeah, you can't work. I'm like, what? That's stupid, bruh. Well, I need to actually put stuff away. Oh, that's full, of course. Well, I guess I can put that away and I'll free up some resources. I just need some space so I can craft white dye. Or light gray dye. There, we're fucked in now. But yeah, they'll be back next week. And I've talked to her like once, I think. Like, I don't know. Then there's the purple pod counselors. One of them is a returning counselor who was one of the red pod counselors. The younger one, who was super popular last year. And so she's still pretty popular. But she's been gone these past 2 days. And then the other one is another girl, I just don't know, who's new. Who I've talked to a bit, but like, barely. Then there's me, who I was with the floater counselor, who's a new guy, who's also young. And he barely spoke, like, even less than the girl I worked with last year. But he's becoming a bit more talkative. Like, he's one of those dudes who's like, it's his first, definitely his first job. He's not super social with, like, he's not good at working with, well, I don't want to be mean to him, but, like, he's, like, he doesn't, like, know kids that well. He just kind of got the job. And he's chill. Like, I like him, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just, he doesn't say a lot. There's few words to say, which isn't necessarily a super bad thing, but he's, like, a floater, though, so he's only with me because one of the counselors is missing. And then I think he'll just go anywhere. And he got switched to blue because their counselor got fucking taken off the earth for filling out paperwork wrong, which again I think is stupid. The big thing though is the fact that we have 5 classes instead of 4, dude. It's crazy, bro. It is crazy because usually we have 4 pods, which means 4 classes you cycle through, 5 pods means 5 classes. And no. So 5 classes. 3 of the teachers are new, and then 2 of them are old. Even though 2 of them have been gone the past couple days. It's crazy how much fucking people were absent. It's crazy. Like, we had a new music teacher, who got sick and worked through the sickness, but then was like, okay, I can't do it anymore, guys. Which I respect. I respect saying, hey, I gotta, like, you know, throw in the towel. Sarfnic uses boxing, I think. Is it boxing? Term, that's crazy. Then there's... What the hell? Anyways. Then there's this specials teacher who was our music teacher. Actually, I shouldn't be saying that. Special art teacher who, sounds too specific to our camp, so I don't want to say it. In case one day I get famous and someone decides to fucking dox this. And then I get an angry email from someone, like... in the way future. I mean, that would be insane if I did, but... There we go. But anyways, as I was saying... I guess I don't have enough to go up more than this. She's back. She's cool, except she wasn't here past, like... Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think she was here on Wednesday, but wasn't here for the rest of the week. Which sucks. Actually, no. She was here for only Monday, Tuesday. She's cool. I actually like her. She's a pretty cool teacher. She always does a good job with everything. We had a special art teacher last year who didn't do a very good job. And... this is a rumor, I believe, was not recommended for rehire. Because I remember my boss, or our camp director, was saying, like, the camp director's not the boss, but so the camp directors can't fire me, right? But they can, like, they submit, like, our, like, counselor, like, review. And they do get to say, oh, they can, like, actually control if you get rehired or not. Who took out one of my... Actually, I swear to God, I had to leave pad. Actually, no, I probably didn't. Crash out. Sarfnic's an old man melting down compilation. There's another thing I'm going to quickly do a side tangent on. Kids, like, for some reason are totally chill with me being 22. Like I even had a girl ask me, I don't remember telling her, she's like, you finished college. I'm like, yeah, I did. It's actually kind of hard to believe. Like, I don't have kids. I have some kids tell me I'm old, but, like, honestly, some of those people I work with are, like... Some of them are like 30 in their 30s, so like, I don't feel that old. Some of them low-key could have been my counselor, bruh. And some of them are actually like... It's weird because, like, there's the younger counselors who are like 15 and shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're closer in age to the kids than I am. And there's like the older people who are like in their 30s, and I'm like, you know, I'm probably closer in age to those kids than I am to them. And then there was like... This year, there's not that much. There's, like, some of the higher ups, so, like, in their, like, 60s, and, like, jeez. They're really old. Oh, there's less now. There was this woman who worked the first 3 years, who I had a weird relationship with, because she was kind of mean to me, but, like, in my last year, she was kind of nice to me, so I was like, you know, I kind of like you now. And she's finally, I think she's done. But the boss who hired me, I think, is at least 60. She's old, for sure. But not old enough to be, like, a boomer. Well, yeah, maybe she's a professional. I don't fucking know, dude. But anyways, back to stacking. Bum. I always waste a bit having to stack up, but then I'm fine. Actually, this might not be possible because I need to be annoying, so I'm probably not gonna do that. Probably do over here. But it's just good that, like, I have a group that's, like, controlled. And, like, literally yesterday, bro, I decided, you know, we're gonna do jobs, which is something I thought I could never pull off. Because, like, usually kids are like, no, we don't want to. And it's, like, something the higher ups are like, you should do this. And it's never, and I'm always like, well, kind of too late for that. The kids wouldn't listen. And I was shocked to see that it actually worked. kids were actually interested in like focusing on like one of them is a timekeeper because they have a watch. These kids are the fucking digital watches, bro. One of them is like a line leader. The other one's a door holder. One of them's like a game coordinator, which doesn't really do much anything of morals. And it's crazy that they actually want to. And like, I think my first and second year, I really couldn't control my group by myself. I needed help, always. Like I needed someone like to help me out, like when it comes to like telling kids clean up. And now it's like it just comes to me naturally. Maybe it's also because I have a better group, but like still, which is something I'm so happy about, you know. I was alone for 3 days this week, and I had no issues being alone. I literally told my house, like, oh, or my director, I'm like, I'm fine. See, now I'm like, I'm in the story mood. I'm like really yapping about it now. At least we're getting progress on this rooftop finally. Probably do one more, and then I think I gotta stop. One more, like, full stack up. So, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, obviously, there's a chance I jinx it. We're only like a quarter through the session, and there's next session where I could have like some demon children. I don't know. Well, usually the second session is a bit different. The first session you have a bunch of, you usually have more kids, and you have kids who are like who come to the camp who consistently, like they only do the first session, but they always come back every year. Then the second session you have less. Obviously, you have the kids that just like that do both sessions, which is interesting. But you usually have kids that only do the camp like experimentally, like, oh, this is our only year we're gonna do. At least for my second and third year, that was true. But anyways, so because of that, I think you're more likely to get more like, I don't want to say misbehaved, like kids who act up, who act a fool, you know. I shouldn't have done that. I was being dumb. But anyways, I wish I had an Pearl. I have 16 more, and I can't really do anything because, well, wowsy wowzers. I don't have any more walls to really work on, except maybe this one. Yeah, why don't I fucking work on this one, Sarfnic? Why don't you fucking work on this one, Sarfnic? Yes. Why don't you whisper too? Continue this weird trend of whispering for no reason. There's a frog here too. I believe it might be stuck, but I can't. Oh. This is the one that isn't stuck. I think the other one might have got stuck on top of the nether portal here. Sorry, I don't know why you can hear the birds so loud. That's frog 1. That's frog 2. I used to, like, a couple months ago when I was playing the server more actively, I used to obsess, like, where are the frogs? Oh, my phone's buzzing. Yeah, it's just spam emails. I'm getting a ton of emails because our neighbors signed us up. Yeah, they did it without permission, but it's fine. Like, I'm fine with it. For like a subscription, like an investing subscription. I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Which I'm fine with, but like honestly, my parents were like, you don't need to do it, and I'm like, well, I don't want to waste it, but I'm kind of lazy, so I probably won't even start investing till like, I don't know, at least like a month from now. And I've already been home for nearly a month now, which is kind of crazy. It's going by so fast. Another thing that I've been doing is I've been preparing for my world trip, which I mentioned in my update video. It's been stressful, but I booked all the tickets. It's locked in. But like my dad wants me to like look up stuff to do, and I've only done like looked up a couple places, and it's like, I know I'm underdoing it. It's gonna cause me issues, but I'm lazy. I'm lazy. Sarfnic is lazy. Which that trip starts in. Okay, I'm not doing this right. How do I like actually wall scale? Okay, the issue is there's a tight. Okay, I made it, thank God. Don't waste anymore. But yeah, it's a great job, and I'm happy to fucking be back, bro. As always. It is a bit sad, though, that most counselors don't come back after working 2 years. Most of them cap themselves at 2 years. So, like, there's a couple that, like, were there my first and second year, and were there my second and third year that aren't back this year. It's like, yeah, it makes sense. Most jobs are only like, you're working for 2 years and you're done. Or 1 year if you didn't enjoy it. These birds are so loud, bro. Yeah, it's because my room kind of faces a nest. I'm happy to be back gaming in my room. Another thing is I am living at home, and my parents are totally fine with me being here for a long time, so I'm like, yes. Don't have to worry about moving out anytime soon. Alrighty, we have a ton more dye. Let's make some more. I know I'm not working on like other more creative stuff, like working on the slides, which I actually did a month ago, so they're pretty much done. I also could spend some blue dye and work on this thing. But this thing's gonna be harder than this thing was, and trust me, this was fucking hard to do. Actually, I did part of it here. Yeah, I guess I could maybe do a bit more work. Other than that, being a camp counselor has been like I've met so many kids and counselors over the years, especially my first year when they were sending me to different camps every fucking week near the end. I still think about like how I'm still working the same job as back then, which felt so long. So it's been fun to stick with a job that I've enjoyed and see how it evolves. I think of it like each job, if this is a TV show, each job is, or each year is a season, and each week is an episode, and there's 8 episodes. Like, I think of it like that. And it's been like super cool when I think of it that way. It's like, oh, yo, way back in like fucking season 1, I met all these kids that I never met again, basically. like that, kind of. That's a good way of thinking about it, to me at least. So, yeah. I'm gonna keep on camping until this year ends, and I'll probably move on from it. And you know what? I think, like, one day I might be 30, like some of the people I work with, and maybe I'll be hired to work for a different camp, and I'll bring some of the magic. But, like, what I love about the job is everyone who comes back always has the same opinions as me. They're like, oh yeah, this job is amazing. That camp is so fun. Like, it's like we always like to say this camp is like a magical place. Like, and also it's also because like literally everyone who has worked at other camps has told me like this is the best camp in the city, and so that like it makes me feel good about it too. Like, yeah. And also, although my parents were like, you should get a different job at like some points, they're also like, maybe it's not a bad idea because like it shows that like you're consistent and you like can consistently work at the same place without like, you know, switching jobs. Because like my older brother, he's fucking dead. He's been gone for years. Actually, I should have said that. Wait, I'm sorry. But like my other brother, he's always worked a different job every summer. He's never worked the same job every summer. So he like doesn't. He's like literally telling me, like, I don't understand how you could do that. And I'm like, well, you'll never understand, buddy. I'm trying to be mean. Oh, I have like nearly a stack in here. Actually, I think soon we're gonna have fucking like concrete powder stuff, like gravel and sand. Like, actually, we're kind of running low on gravel, weirdly enough. Even though I've used a fuck ton of sand, I think it's because gravel is like harder than mine. Like, I've used more sand than gravel. Like, I did some extra shit, like where I placed sand here. Anyways, I'm just gonna do 2 stacks at a time because I don't have to go back and get like split the stuff up. So, anyways, that's all my inventory can fit right now. I've kind of yapped myself out. I mean, I haven't mentioned everything. There's like a million things that happen. Oh yeah, I was talking about teachers. Then we have a new art teacher who, I'll tell you, the art teacher is one of my favorite teachers I've ever worked with. She's so chill. She was there today. I was talking to her. Like, she's just chill. I think she likes my group, which usually I have the opposite effect where, like, teachers don't like my group. Like, the special art teacher last year, which special art is different than, like, visual art. Literally, like, I could tell she hated my group. And again, I don't think she got recommended for rehire because the camp director said that someone who worked last year that didn't come back didn't get recommended or got a bad rating. And I think it was her because she was always super. Well, I don't need to talk about it. She was always super like tired, but like in a way like of like being lazy. Like, and she would get mad at kids for like just wanting to like show up early and shit, and get mad at counselors too. And you know, them counselors, they really got like they kind of are. I feel like counselors are closer with like the people that hired us than like the teachers are. Anyways, I think she's really great. Has done a fantastic job, and I think she likes my group. And then we have our movement teacher, which is a completely new thing. My first year we had like a circus class, which was kind of similar. They're both in the gym. But the movement teacher is so young. I can't believe it. She's like, yeah, I just graduated high school. I'm like, huh? Like, to me, kids who graduate high school, you may be like, oh, they just graduated high school. They're old. They're 18. Dude, they were fucking in 7th grade. They were fucking... No, they were in 7th grade when COVID began. Think about it. That's crazy, right? Because I was making fun of freshmen in college who were, like, in 8th grade when COVID began. Okay, this time I didn't fucking fuck up the jump. I'm just gonna go over here until I can't go. So, imagine how I feel about people who are in 7th grade when COVID began. Dude, some of the kids who were who were, like, in my groups at this camp, like, 2 years ago, are in 7th grade, or just did 7th grade. Isn't that crazy? I don't know, that's crazy to me. I feel like I'm at the point where time is starting to move fast, finally. Like, where people who I knew... Well, I guess I do know a girl who's in... Is it 10th or 9th grade now? I think it was... Well, either way, I think she's entering 10th. Who was a little kid in 4th grade, actually, when COVID began. Which is crazy to me. Finished 9th grade, but was in 4th. Like, I don't know. It's like time is sped up. Like, it used to go so slow. Like, 2016 and 2020 were only 4 years apart, but they felt like eons apart. Now it's like, 2020 was 5 years ago? Huh? I still remember 2020 like it was yesterday. And on my old PC, I still have recordings from back then that haven't been uploaded. It's like that. Actually, what am I doing? I'm doing the dumb thing where I extend it, which makes it harder to build. Yeah, whatever. Let's do the last of the stack up here. But anyways, she's super chill. Like, honestly, I think she likes my group too. And I think she, I'm not saying like romantically, but I think she likes me too. Like just like likes, like it seems chill to me. And part of that is because she like randomly said to me one day a thing that like I'm used to having said to others and not having said to me was like, you look very familiar. Where do I know you from? And I kind of reacted badly. I was like, oh, I don't know. It's an effect that happens all the time. And I started yapping about how there's someone who was at the training who's like works as a camp director at the other camp that's nearby us. So actually, I think she was here on the first day. She was at our camp on the first day because she had to cover for someone. And she looked so familiar to me too. I couldn't figure it out until like a couple days later. I was like, oh wait, she looks like this girl I know from college, but she isn't the girl. I would know because they don't have the same name. But yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, that's a common effect that people just have. But yeah, I was like, you don't know me from anything, bro. You ain't never seen me, bruh. But that's like a common effect. Like, a kid was telling me, one of my kids in my group, like, I think I saw you, like, during the non-camp year at, like, some fencing competition. I was like, no. That wasn't me. I mean, I did do sword fighting, but I kind of quit that shit because it was kind of... Like, that's a completely different story. Why I quit sword fighting. It was because the people there just weren't that fun to me. Or just didn't like me. I could tell when someone doesn't like me. Because, like, the other clubs I did, like Mall UN and Lego, like, they liked me. They wanted me there. Like, where your presence is, like, celebrated. Versus where, like, people are just like, eh, you're here, whatever. Anyways, that was a complete tangent. But yeah, I don't do no fencing competitions, bro. Actually, I do need to get back up there to place in those. Maybe later. Maybe I could finally actually have that Nemo clownfish done. Well, back to using the last of our gravel, and then maybe getting more gravel. I've been streaming for 54 minutes, jeez. 54 minutes of Sarfnic yapping about his job. Ain't that crazy? I'm excited for next week. It's going to be a dope week. There's going to be some returning kids who are going to be in the 1 week group, who usually are in the normal group. So I actually don't know why. Maybe because this year they need the camp started like a week earlier than the school year, compared to the school year. But whatever. There's a lot of kids that I miss that didn't come back. Some of them because they aged out, which is sad when kids age out. It's always kind of sad. It's like, oh no, you're about to be 12, so you can't come back here anymore. But there's always like, oh, in 3 years you could become a counselor if you want. Which, by the way, since I've worked this job for 3 years, there were kids who were 11 my first year who are 14 now and could have worked as counselors, but none of them, that didn't happen. No kid became a counselor. The youngest counselor we have is 15 this year, so. Which again, like he's tall, he's 6 feet, whatever. But like I guarantee you, 5 years ago, bro, he was probably like a little kid. Which is crazy to me. Like some of these kids I know from this job are soon actually going to be like adults. Most of them I probably won't see become adults because I probably won't see most of these kids again once it's done. Even though I live in the same town as them, I barely see kids that I've worked this camp with. Although I was at a restaurant Sunday and there was a kid that had come to this camp my 2nd and 3rd year who I saw. But she wasn't back this year. Which I also was like, oh, because I saw you when we were out. Like, I saw you, like, out with your dad or sister or whatever. But, anyways, I'm yapping. Yapsville. I'm like Ken. I actually need to watch some Ken. It's been like 2 days since I've watched one of his videos. Ken is my favorite Clash Royale YouTuber. And it's funny because, like, I became a fan of him when he, like, wasn't, like, associated with some of the MCYT people. But now, like, he knows, like, Average Harry and, like, Max GG's and Tubbo and all those people. Which is interesting because, obviously, I have negative feelings towards a lot of those guys. I think they're kind of scummy. But I also like Ken. And Ken likes them. It's because he joined that SMP. What was it? Sleep Deprived SMP? SDMP. That's what it's called. Anyways, I'm going to go back up here. Actually, just in case I do find my way up there, I'm actually going to... Maybe pretty hard, too. But still. Let me grab the stone that goes with that. Stocky. Oh, yeah, I think I was speaking Spanish. Who was I speaking Spanish to? Oh, it was Laquacus on stream yesterday. That was literally on this channel. Oh, I sometimes speak Spanish for fun, even though I'm done with fucking Spanish. I'm not going to be learning Spanish again in my life. It's a bit sad, but I just don't think there's a point. I didn't take it in college, and I'm actually kind of grateful I didn't because I heard some tough stuff from one of my freshman friends about it. Great, now I'm raising this even more. Well, I'm glad to just be done with school. Like, it's just something about, it's something about, like, being done with academics that makes me so happy. Never having to think about fucking homework again. And, like, I know it's something where, oh, you're gonna miss it in a couple of years. And they're probably right. I don't want to speak in that voice, but they're probably right. Let's see if I can do this. If not, okay, I failed. Heavy fail. I can just do this. And build back down. But it's like, there's no point in learning another language for me. Even when I was a kid, my dad tried to teach me Hindi, and it was, like, pointless. First off, he was actually bad at teaching languages. But second off, like, it was pointless. It's like, Dad, I'm not gonna use this in my life. I live in fucking the USA, first off. So, I live in literally, I'm half Indian, but I live in one of the least, I probably dox myself, the least populated Indian areas in Illinois. Like, there are no Indians in my town is a fucking huge town. It's diverse, and there are no Indians, basically. Virtually none. I'm not saying none, because there are some, but, like, there are virtually none here. Like, I could count on my finger how many Indians went to my high school. And it's so weird, because Illinois actually does have a decent, like, population of Indians. Like, even the suburbs, the Chicago suburbs have a decent population. So, like, when I went to college, like, I could probably dox the college I went to. I'm not gonna, though. But it's probably safe, too. And it'd probably already be easy for you to figure out. From photos I posted and stuff. But there were a decent amount of Indians. And it was actually kind of a culture shock, because in college I got to become friends with a lot of Indians. And Indians are cool. I don't like the retarded stereotypes that have been spread about them, because, well, I actually have weird opinions on Indians and, like, the kind of, like, dislike the internet has gotten for them recently. It's like, the internet's right about some Indians, but their class, I guess, I don't know, it's like Sarfnic live reacts to discrimination for the first time. Like, it's retarded discrimination, because I think most Indians are. I think most Indians you'll find in America aren't exactly the Indians you'll find in India. Like, low-class Indians I don't want to be like classist because I hate the caste system that exists in India. I think it's actually a horrible thing and it shouldn't exist, but it exists anyways. I think that like low class Indians are disgusting people. As someone who's been to India and actually will be going again this year on the world trip, they're disgusting people. I agree with the hate they get, but now I think Americans are stupid and are just like Westerners in general, and are lumping low class Indians with like the high class Indians, because I come from like a high class Indian family. It's crazy. Like my dad was telling me recently, like, oh yeah, our family in India is like rich. But a high class Indian family is really just like a medium middle class family when you go to the USA. Especially because taxes are different here. But we'll get to that. It's like everyone I know from college comes from high class Indian families. So it's like, personally, I come from like a family of Indians where we used to make fun of, because I'm half white, right? My dad would make fun of my mom's family for not showering like every day, right? And so it shocked me when I'm like, oh, the whole meme is that Indians don't shower. But from my personal experience, Indians shower more than fucking white people. So that's one thing. And another thing is I just hate the fucking like memes. I've seen like liberals post that shit too. And when I got into that little Tay stuff, I was actually mad about this. People were trying to say, oh, he's Indian. It's like, okay, so you guys support transgenders, but you are racist? Like, that actually shocks me. And someone like, well, we're just trying to give you a taste of your discrimination. It's like, well, one thing is discriminating something for someone for something they can control, and another thing is discriminating someone for something they can't control. And I'm yapping more. That reminds me of the stupid fucking, the women who want to discriminate by height. It's the funniest shit ever. I'm not like an anti-feminist or anything, but I do think a lot of women are retarded for this fucking thing, where it's like, women always like are like, oh, I only date guys who are a certain height. And Tinder or whatever is adding like a height filter. And it's become like a meme amongst women, which is brain dead, that like on dating apps, when a girl asks, what's your height? And the guy responds with like, oh, what's your weight? It's like, that's so disrespectful. And they're like, and I think the women are completely wrong in that, because guess what? Weight is something you can control mostly. I mean, some people are rarely like genetically fat, but most of the time, it's like, oh, you can go to the gym and work out for like a year, and then you'll probably lose a ton of weight. Versus height is something that you guys cannot control. Like, I think when a girl's like, I only want to date a guy who's 6 feet, I think that they are retarded or stupid. Primarily because I'm not a short king, but I'm not tall. But I got lucky. I am not that tall. I was a small kid. Actually, it was funny. My camp actually has a lot of small kids too, who are like 10, but like they're way under height, so I guess I'm not alone in that. But anyways, as I was saying, I was a small kid, and so like I found like height not something I was insecure about, but I find like I used to kind of hate like some of the rules, like, oh, must be this height to ride this roller coaster, because I had like cousins who were super tall, and then like me, I'm like, fuck, I have to wait a bunch of years. So I always thought it was stupid. So I'm not like fully like, I hate Joes who judge by height, but like, I think judging by height is stupid. When it comes to finding a girl, I will never judge them by their height. I will date a tall girl. I will date a short girl. I will date an extremely tall girl. I will date an extremely short girl. Most likely. I mean, there's some points for like dwarfism, but like, I'm judging by but I'm talking about general height judging sucks. But when you ask a lot, I mean, maybe I'm just like I'm like too much depending on like the dumbass TikTok street interviews. But from what I've seen, it's very common that girls care about height. It is so common. And it's also because, like, I think girls... Here's the thing. For guys, having a tall girl is sexy. It's kinky. Having a short girl is also sexy. It's kinky. But for girls, I feel like having a tall guy is sexy and kinky. But having a short guy is kind of like... Oh, he's a little boy. Is he your son or something? I think it's stupid. Trust me, I disagree with all these idiots. Idiotic women. But either way, it's funny how girls react negatively when guys ask them about their weight, because it's funny because I think asking about weight makes more sense than asking about height. Because again, height can be controlled, weight cannot. That's what I think of that. I think girls who are like that are stupid. Like, you're actually retarded. But I don't know, I just started yapping about this because of stuff you can't control. I should probably stop talking about my job anyway, so it's probably good that I found tangents. But the job is going good. There isn't too much to say because it's only the first week. I'm only 1/8 through. This kid is back. The kid I went to his birthday party in August. And on literally the first day of the job, he was telling me in front of his mom, he's like, "You're invited to all my birthday parties ever." And it's like, thanks. I'll probably go to your birthday party this year. It's actually a really fun way of, because, like, you know, you meet these kids at this camp, they tell you about their lives, a lot of them, like, oh yeah, I have a cat, da-da. You're never gonna meet them. I never get to see them outside the job. Some might find creepy if you see them outside the job. But, like, honestly, sometimes you just ran into them. They fixed this glitch, by the way, that has you go through the ground here. You know, I actually might make, is this cyan? I think it is. Yeah. Fun test. That case I could make a bit more. I think I need a tiny bit more. I know I have cyan around here somewhere. I saw it. There we go. But anyways, as I was saying, it was really fun to go to a kid's house and like meet their pets and shit. It was really fun time. And I was bummed because I think he invited me in 2023, but I couldn't go because I was going to Connecticut. But I did go in 2024, and so I'll probably also go this year. But to be honest with you, he probably won't invite me after that. Because even though he says, every year you're invited, it's like, yeah, like when a kid doesn't see you, they probably won't care about you. That's how I think it is, at least. Even though this kid actually lives really close by me, too. Like, I've passed his house so many times. I actually knew I knew, like, the general neighborhood where his house was before I even knew who he was. Because, like, I passed by his house so many times. But, like, yeah, it was really fun. I went in, like, in the middle of August. It was so cool. And, like, I know his parents pretty well. I didn't know his dad until the party. Then I actually got to know his dad pretty well, too. Like, I know his mom, mostly. I know his sister, too, because she used to be in my group. And she's actually, like, one of my favorite kids, because she's so funny. Like, have you ever met a kid who's actually funny? It's rare, right? Like, we got a comedian, like, you know. Okay, I'm yapping. This stream is nearly over. Like, I'm burning through my resources front, left, right, and center. I actually probably should shift to working on. Oh my god, shift, the fucking SpongeBob Alpha Bouncer speedrunner who rages a lot, but also is a pretty good runner. Also should, like, eat food too. I have some food in my room that someone gave me, like, when I started the stream, and I haven't ate it yet. Whatever, someone's gonna place that button there. Temporarily, at least. Yeah, I feel like I've done a lot today. I also have way too much sand that I could probably burn through and make some gray glass. But yeah, oh, never mind, I have more fucking, god. There's a lot of new kids this year who are awesome, and I'm excited to continue seeing what happens with this job in my last year ever. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I think next I should probably make some more of that gray terracotta pillars. Let's see. Yeah, gray glaze terracotta. I think I'll probably have to run to the auto smelter to do it. But, yeah, I mean, this kid I am close with, it was nice seeing him again after like 9 months. But I haven't really talked to him much. I think I talked to him on Monday, and I talked to him today, and that wasn't really it. He's a pretty fun kid. He's, like, another example of a kid who's cultured, but, like, he's too cultured. Like, he knows his parents probably let him watch too much internet. Which, I shouldn't be talking because I use the internet so much, but, like, ooh, I never actually mined this down. I don't care if I waste dirt by rebuilding it. Oh, I love the song My Son Venus. It's so good. He's a great kid. It was my second year of the job. He just became really close to me because I was like a fun male counselor, I think. And then ever since then, even like when we don't talk for like months and barely talk at the job, he still likes me. It's like, yeah, you're a great kid. I think I've only ever pissed him off once when I kind of like accidentally called him fat. I said he was like too big to carry. He's like, you're calling me fat? And I was kind of like, I didn't say no or yes, but like, he was like, that's horrible, I'm angry. And then that was like our first ever crash out. I don't want to say breakup because then someone's gonna misinterpret it, but like, you know. Like Elon Musk and Trump crashing out on each other. Which, by the way, I think Elon was in the right to kind of call Trump out for his policies being bad, but I think he was wrong to call him out as being in the Epstein files, seeing as like he kind of like retracted that post. I think he was wrong to do it. If he's like, you're fine to say that, but you better be not lying, you know what I mean? Oh, Elon Musk is pretty impulsive, so there you go, and that proves the fucking point, that he was willing to betray someone he was super close with and call him a fucking pedo and immediately go back on it because he realized that he didn't want to. There was the whole LA riots too, by the way, which, by the way, I don't make my political opinion that like known on this channel, but fucking we love ICE here. They're genuinely doing their job, and I support ICE. And I saw a couple Minecraft people saying like fuck ICE, and like those people are retarded, bruh. I should probably sleep. I guess I melted up some glass too, which is good. Other than that, I've been watching SpongeBob recently. I think I mentioned that on one of the last streams I did. I've been watching a lot of SpongeBob and stuff. It's actually pretty good. So slow show. Sarfnic, you can't enunciate. I swear to God. Like I've really just enjoyed some of the fucking episodes, bro. I was watching latest season just because I'm like, I don't want to watch like older seasons. And sorry about these birds. I do find it annoying when there's birds in the background, but like, what can Sarfnic do? This stream's just about over. By the way, just so you know, the stream is it's nearly over. Make sure the silk touch pick, I guess, the words. There's also some new girls I met too that are like in the, well, one of them was in the 1 week group, so I actually don't know if she's gonna be back. But there's also like this one girl who I actually talked to more today, who's in the blue group, who's kind of interesting. I don't know what to say about her. Like, I can't describe her anyway. She's just like your average white blonde girl who's like a little kid, but like, oh, she's like a, like, you know, like when a kid's not in my group, it's kind of weird for them to, it's kind of like they only talk to me if like they actually like me. And this kid, like, oh yeah, here's what you're, dude, we were watching this movie, right? And she was, I had the one kid that really likes me on one side, and I had her on the other side, and she was like trying to kick me and shit with her feet. I'm like, why are you kicking me? And then she was like, because, it was literally because I was saying my pod is my favorite pod of kids, which is true. And she's like, what do you think about my pod? I'm like, your pod's good, but not as good as mine. And that was it. And she's like, yeah, you disrespected my pod. I'm like, god damn, dude. Really? Like, I was being nice, too. Like, I wasn't even like, what I said was totally nice. Did I run out of glass before I was able to get this in? No, I got all of it in, but I'm out of glass. So I must have the perfect amount. I only realized that just now. Huh. I also have some kids who, yeah, like these like kids who are in the purple and the blue pod who feuded with me because, get this, I wanted to ride one of the, not one of the rides, like there's this zip line. I wanted to use the zip line a couple times. And so I was like, can I use the zip line? And they're like, no. And I was like, well, too bad, I'm using it anyways. And then they always beg me because I'm like, because they're too short to get the zip line if it gets stuck. And they're always begging me to save it for them. I'm like, okay, the least you can do is let me ride the zip line. Guess I have some more in the chest, I didn't notice. Because I'm the one who's getting it back for you, bruh. Oh, it pissed me off, actually. There we go. Like, that's one block too high. Kids have also been playing Gaga. I've done a couple games with them, but I actually don't find Gaga fun. I still remember when I was at that sleepaway camp I did, which, funny enough, there's actually a lot of kids who are doing that are in this camp, or my camp too. Or have done that camp before, who are in this camp, or in the camp, our camp. Anyways, I remember I played Gaga, and like these were like hard Gaga games. They were like actual like the opponents were actually like fucking like. I mean, I was like what? This is like 9 years ago. Were good for their age, and I was bad for my age. And I got into a finale with like a kid who was like notably younger than me, like he's smaller than me, and I almost hit him once, but I fucking choked, and then he hit me and he won. I was so bummed, and we had like a huge crowd too, and I was like, no. But I think last year we played it, and I finally won a game of Gaga. But it's like, I'm fucking... Well, last year I was like a 21-year-old man, and I beat like a bunch of like 10-year-olds. Like, you know, glory. Glory. I don't want to say glory to the CCP, because I won't take it out of context, but that's what popped in my head. But, yeah. It's fun watching these little kids play it. And then like one of the guy inclusion aides plays it, and then it's also the Green Podcaster plays it too. And like I played it the first couple times, and I was like, I don't want to play this game all day. Like our morning recess is shorter now because we have like 5 classes. It's like instead of being like a 45-minute recess, it's like a 25-minute recess. So it's like I want to like do stuff. So I've been meaning talking to this girl who I keep saying is cultured, who was around last year. It was funny, she was actually part of like the group last year that was like trying to steal my ID badge all the time. But this year, obviously, that wasn't even a thing, thankfully. A kid tried doing that today, and I instantly shut them down because it caused me too many issues with my boss and the higher ups when I was like kind of telling them like, yeah, I let these kids steal my ID for like a couple days and like hide it in the dirt. I think you guys have already heard that story though on the stream series. But anyways, I think I need to stop the stream soon because I'm like nearly done in terms of like I'm out of shit. Actually, let's see how much cyan terracotta is smoked out. The thing is, I need to do it in mass because I know I'm going to do a half-ass job right now. You get 32, exactly halfway. That's actually pretty nice. Like right now, you're going to see 32 is not a lot. I'm barely going to make any progress on filling these in. At least I'll make some progress. Like, let's go over here, because I think the one that's over here has always been bothering me. This one. It's only 8. Oh, one thing is, this kid who's in my group, who's the nicest kid in the camp, for sure, that's agreed upon, like, that's not even a debate. He invented this board game 2 years ago when he was in my group at this camp, and he brings it back every year. It's like his #1 board game, and I finally got to play it today. We were going to play it like 2 days ago, but it was too windy outside, and so today we were inside and we played it. I think they played it multiple times, but I only played 1 game. No, we played it yesterday, too. And I won the game we played yesterday, and we played it today, and I didn't win. I mean, I was winning at one point, but then... It's such a fun game. I can't say it because it would definitely be, like... What's it called? Like, exposing something, so I can't say it, but, like, it's a really fun, custom-made board game he made 2 years ago. And somehow, like, I think he's got the same exact... I don't know if he has the same exact sheet now. But he's got, like, the same exact, like, he made the game pieces back when we used to do Counselor Time in 2023. He made them in, like, when I was with him. And he still has, like, these game pieces. Which is so funny to me. He's a great kid anyways. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, it's a fun game. I remember, like, in August of 2023, it was, like, the #1 game at the camp. Everyone was, like, lining up to play it. And now it's, like, yeah, only a couple kids know about it. I also have this one kid in my group whose mom was my music teacher, like, in 2016. And last year I didn't bring it up, but this year I was like, yeah, you were my music teacher, by the way. And she was, like, cool. I mean, she, like, obviously knew what, like, school I went to. She was like, what school you went to? And I didn't even bother to ask her if she remembered me, because obviously she fucking didn't. I was a different kid back then, dude. I remember her class, though. Her class had some legends. I was going to mention something, but I realized it probably wouldn't be appropriate for me to mention. I think a long time ago. Okay, actually, I don't know if I have to say it now, because I brought it up. I think I jerked off in her class, but, like, it was when I was young, and, like, obviously, like, it was before I had gone through puberty, so, like, it wasn't, like, full white stuff coming out, but, like, it was still, still haven't done that. Dude, fucking middle school Sarfnic is wild, bro. I used to do some of the most wild ass things, bro. I did jerk off in class a couple times, but that was like, now obviously like it's like not even a joke, like it's a crime to do it in public, right? But like back then I didn't fully know what it was, and like when I was a little kid I used to know what jerking off kind of was, because like it would give you like a high feeling when you do it. Obviously nothing would come out, but anyways, I shouldn't even, I don't even know why I mentioned this. I'm actually retarded for mentioning this. I fully regret mentioning this now, but yeah, I did it once in a bunch of my classes. I think I did in her class too. She'll never hear that story though, I'll tell you that. You see, I shouldn't have mentioned this, but it's like when something's in my head and I think about it for more than 10 seconds, I have to say it, okay? So I did do that. No one else will ever hear this story again, by the way. I hope. Oh, I just got a bunch of Twitter X notifications. What's funny is I'm totally fine with calling it X now. Like, I don't give a fuck. Some people are, there's always stuff like even as a Chicagoan, everyone's like, we refuse to call the, like, obviously the old Sears Tower got renamed to the Willis Tower. Like, we refuse to call it the Willis Tower. I'm like, guys, who gives a fuck? Like, genuinely, who gives a fucking shit? I'm calling it the Willis Tower. I don't give a shit. I'm a native Chicagoan, but like, I'm still gonna call it the fucking Willis Tower. People are like, that's a shin. That's horrible. It's like, fuck you. I don't give a shit. I'm calling it that. Anyways, I think I forgot to fill in a couple of these. One of these is like a hole. We'll find out. Yeah, here we go. But anyways, it's funny because the kid is, because his mom's a music teacher, he's not the brightest kid. He's like a kid. Or actually, technically it's a she. They're a she. Which is actually interesting. It's like they don't care that everyone calls them he because they look like a he, but they're technically a she. Not transgender or anything. They're just like a kid who dresses like a boy. I don't want to be disrespectful by saying this, but acts like a boy, but is actually just like straight up a girl. But anyways, she's like not the brightest kid, but like she knows so much about music. Because I think both of her parents worked in music, which is like, that's funny. Which is, it's actually weird for me because like I've always been fucking. Actually, this kid also, I was doing karaoke yesterday. I didn't do How Bad Could I Be. I did You Belong With Me. There's no videos of it. I actually was thinking of asking a kid to record it, but I was like, nah, might as well not. Which probably was a good thing that I didn't ask the kid to record it, because then my boss walked in while I was doing the karaoke. Plus, it wasn't very good karaoke. Anyways, if you want to see karaoke, check out the second channel. I've been meaning to do an How Bad Could I Be 2025 cover for quite a while, which I'll probably get to soon. But anyways, back to what I was yapping about. I'm gonna end the stream very soon, but before I do that, let me just finish up with like smell the terracotta, doing it, placing it in. So, as I was saying, I don't understand music. I am almost tone deaf too, actually. I was never good at music as a kid. Thankfully, 6th grade or 7th grade piano or music did teach me how to play the piano, although I forgot one of the songs. I didn't jerk off in that class, don't worry. It's crazy. I should not have mentioned that. Why did I mention that? I was just being dumb, dude. I'm sorry for mentioning that. I was just being stupid. I wish I didn't say that. Whatever. Now someone's gonna use this as fucking blackmail. Or I can just cut it out from the stream, but like... Nah, now I'd have to cut out too much because I mentioned it more. Other than that, her class was good, though. I remember talking to women in that class, too. Well, I guess they were girls, and I was a boy back then. But, like, I was reading a lot of Ranger's Apprentice stuff. I was reading Ranger's Apprentice back then. And I remember there was this girl that my brother had a crush on, and this other girl who was actually really fucking annoying. I'm gonna talk about her. And for some reason, they're asking me about my book, and I was like, wow, they're actually asking me about my book. It's crazy. And, you know, I found out recently, I was watching the Technoblade 20 million sub video. He was a Ranger's Apprentice fan. Like, I haven't been reading the books. I haven't really actively read the Ranger's Apprentice franchise, which includes Brother Band Chronicles, since, like, 2019. But I was a fan, too, and it's crazy to hear that he was, like, he went to a fucking summer camp that was Ranger's Apprentice themed. And he liked Will and all like the stories about like the horse and like the Urlon Rangers. It's crazy. I fucking miss Technoblade. It's been, I think, about 3 years since he died now. His death date actually isn't known, but it was some point in June 2022. So I always thought it was like right before I started the job. So I think it's been 3 years since he died. Which is sad, because he was such a great YouTuber, and I watched him so much. I was on a lot of his streams, and I thought he was great. I watched all his videos as soon as they came out. Except I did watch the Skyblock videos, but I didn't like watch them when they came out, because it wasn't really for me. But I loved him. He was a great YouTuber. Okay, I think this stream is just about over. Yeah, let me put this stuff away. I made good progress. I mean, it would have been more efficient if I just got all the resources at once instead of doing it like how I'm doing it. Or I build a bit, get the resources, build a bit, get the resources. But you know what? Punktopia, Lamamberg, who cares? You've heard me say it in a while, have you? Let me end this stream here. I talked about my job. I even revealed a secret that I should not have fucking revealed. But honestly, no one's watching this stream anyway, so they're never gonna find it. It was like, I think one time Warcries doxed me in a stream. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna end the stream or cut it out. Because, like, guess what? No one's watching anyways. I really wish I didn't mention that. But, you know, you can't be mad at yourself for what you did. Literally, what was it? 9 years ago. It was 9 years ago. I was literally actually, I think I was 13 when I did it. Yeah, I was 13 when I did that. That's my defense, okay? I was 13 when I did it, okay? So, like, you could say it's a stupid story, but I did it. But, either way, you know, I'm sure everyone knows stupid stories. Fun talk. Fun talk. I also realized that these decorated pots can actually be used. I've had them. I think I got them from, like, a trial chamber. Never used them until I just remembered. I got them recently when I went to a trial chamber with my buddies. You know what? Temporarily gonna place you there so I can place you there later. I'm gonna end the stream anyways. My next stream might be the Cosmic Shake. I might finish it. It's been like 4 days. I just felt like I didn't want to play it. Or Ark. Or something else. But see you guys next